What's up YouTube? This is SlayIsland, and this weekend the NBA 2K League Turn Tournament takes place. This is the first mid-season tournament in the NBA 2K League. All 17 teams will be participating, and they were seeded based on their standings. The Pacers and the Raptors were the two lowest teams in the standings, so they have to play a play-in game. This tournament starts Friday, June 8th, and ends on Saturday, June 9th. Let's take a look at the payoff for this tournament. The tournament features a $150,000 prize pool. First place is taking home $75,600. Second place is taking home $24,800. Third and fourth, $12,800, and fifth through eighth, $6,000. That amount is split between the 6 players evenly. So that means if you win one game in this tournament, you're taking home cash. Like I said, the tournament starts on June 8th. The first game, we have the Raptors taking on the Pacers, and so on at 2 p.m. That's the first game of the day. And then the rest of the first round games are played on June 8th, as you can see here. And the second round and finals takes place on June 9th, starting at 12 p.m. and going on till 6 p.m., where the finals will be played at 6 p.m. Alright, now let's look back at the tournament, and I'm going to give my predictions. So to start off, we have the 16 versus 17, the play-in game basically. Raptors taking on the Pacers. Raptors are sitting at 1-5 on the season. Pacers are sitting at 0-4. So I think the Pacers are going to win this game, beat the Raptors. I think the Pacers are a pretty good defensive team, or they are a pretty good defensive team, even though they're sitting at 0-4. The Raptors are not. The Raptors aren't that bad either, but I think the Pacers are just really hungry to get a win. They did very well in the last tournament, so I think they'll get this win. So Pacers moving on to play the Blazer 5 in the first round. Okay, so Blazer 5 taking on Pacers Gaming. I have Blazer 5 winning this pretty easily. The Blazers, to me, are the best team in the league. Pacers 0-4 versus the Blazers 4-0. I can't see this upset happening. Next round, or next game, Kings, the 8 seed, taking on Magic Gaming, the 9 seed. The Kings are sitting at 3-2. So are the Magic. I have the Magic winning this game. Pretty close game. I think the Magic are finally starting to find their groove. They're 3-0 in their last 3 games. The Kings just suffered a 20-point loss to the 76ers, and they're struggling a little bit. They're trying to find where Moody can fit. They've tried him at the 4, tried him at the 5 on a rim protector. They looked a lot better with him on the rim protector, so I'm interested to see what they do moving forward. But in terms of the Magic, ever since they put King Cam Royalty in the lineup, they've just played way better. He's given them a solid 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's getting them started with some big dunks. And Control, he's starting to come alive too. He's starting to hit his shots. He struggled early shooting. He's starting to hit his threes, and it's looking good for him. Okay, so moving on to the bottom part of the bracket, we have the Pistons taking on the Warriors. Pistons sitting at 3-1. Warriors sitting at 1-3. Pistons last week just lost a bad game by, I think, 25 points to the Wizards, and the Warriors are coming off a upset win over the Celtics. And I have this is my first big upset of this tournament. I have the Warriors beating the Pistons in this game. The Pistons, they started off 3-0, but all those games were real close, and they weren't against the best level of competition. On the other hand, the Warriors, last week, they showed a lot of potential. Like a Pro and B Smooth played very well at guards, and Vert finally came to his own. But then again, the Pistons did beat the Warriors early in the season, and Ramo did a very good job of shutting down Vert. So if the Pistons can do that again, they'll win. But I think Vert, after playing Ramo the first time, I think he'll kind of understand how he plays, and he'll play way better, and they'll move on. Next game, the bottom on the left side. So we have the Cavs taking on the Knicks, the 5 seed versus the 12 seed. This is a pretty big game in the first round because Hood is making his appearance again. As everyone knows, Hood was amazing in the tip-off tournament. He averaged nearly 40 points, but he hadn't played during the regular season very much, besides for one game. So the Cavs decided to bring him back for this tournament, and they're taking on the Knicks in the first round. I don't know where Hood's going to play. I don't know if he's going to be the primary ball handler, but I do know Hood is a great scorer. And I think the Cavs plus Hood is a great team. I think they'll beat the Knicks pretty easily. Kuda's been struggling. Knicks, our team that likes to throw it down to the paint with Goofy and Idris, and God of 2K at center, since he moved to that rim protector. I think he's top 3 in the league in steals. He's playing great defense, so I think the Cavs move on. All right, let's move over to the right side of the bracket. We have the 76ers taking on Grizz Gaming, the 2 seed versus the 15 seed. 76ers were also the winner of the first tournament, the tip-off tournament. And I have the Grizz ranked 17 on my power rankings. I have the 76ers winning this pretty easily. Their 1 through 5 is great. Grizz, besides for Authentic African, they haven't got much from them. So basically, I think the 76ers win this game pretty easily. That's all I have to say about that. Next game, we have the 7 seed Wizards taking on the 10 seed Heat. The Wizards are looking really good to me. They're 3-2, but both their losses only come by 1 point. The Heat are sitting at 2-2, and their wins are against teams that aren't that great so far. I think the Wizards have top 3 offense in the league, maybe the best offense in the league. Jin is a great small forward. Boo Painter leads the league in scoring. Demon JT can score very fast. He's probably the one of the best 3-point shooting point guards. So I think the Wizards are going to beat the Heat pretty easily. I think they'll win by 10 plus. I have them moving on to the second round. Okay, now we got the bottom right half. We have number 3 seed Mavs Gaming taking on the number 14 seed Bucks Gaming. I have the Mavs winning this game. I think it will be a pretty close game though, because I think the Bucks have a pretty decent matchup against the Mavs. The Mavs typically run 2 sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3, which is ball like Seam and Devillion. The Bucks have a lot of offense ran through King Peroxide, their small forward. So it's going to be kind of tough for a pure sharpshooter to guard a great scorer like Peroxide. And the Bucks have a pretty good defensive center too, Larry. And if he can slow down Dave Fry, they have a chance to win this game. But the Mavs, at the end of the day, are an amazing team. Dimes is one of the best point guards in the league. Ball like Seam, probably the best shooting guard in the league. Dave Fry, a great scorer. The Mavs just have way more weapons than the Bucks, and I think they'll move on. But I think this will be a good game. Last game of the first round, we have the 6 seed Jazz taking on the 11 seed Celtics. A lot of people are saying the Celtics are probably the best low ranked team. They're sitting at 2 and 3. But they've lost their last 3 games. There's a reason they're sitting at 2 and 3. They have a lot of good pieces, Fab and Arsenal, but they haven't been able to put it together recently. And the Jazz, on the other hand, are looking like a great team. I think the Jazz are going to win this game. Compete. Mr. Slaughter. Mr. Slaughter is to me is going to be the key to this game. He's looked like a great center, amazing defender last week against Dave Fry. And the Celtics, Arsenal, he's their biggest scorer. He's their guy they get the ball to. Mr. Slaughter's defense on that rim protector is great. I think he'll slow down Arsenal, and I think they'll win this game. All right, so moving on to the second round. The second round is not going to take place until Saturday, like I said earlier. So in the top left, and also all these teams in the second round, they earn cash, like I showed earlier too. So we got Blazers taking on the Magic. Once again, this was actually already a matchup earlier in the season. I think they played first game of the week, or first game of the season, and the Blazers won by 4 points or something like that. I have the Blazers beating the Magic again. I think the Blazers are just too deep of a team with already tournament experience as they went to the finals of the tip-off tournament. So I think the Blazers will win this and move on to the semifinals. Okay, so on the bottom half, we have Warriors taking on Cavs. Cavs with Hood back, I think is too much for the Warriors team. I think the Cavs front court is really good compared to the Warriors, and I think they'll move on due to that. And at the same time, Hood in tournaments, you know what he does. He's gonna get it done when he needs to get it done. So Cavs moving on to the quarterfinals to take on the Blazers. Okay, on the right side of the bracket, I have 76ers taking on the Wizards. And here I have a pretty big upset. I have the Wizards defeating the 76ers. 2 weeks ago in the regular season, 76ers beat the Wizards by 1, but it was off a buzzer beater pretty much. It was I think Steez hit the game winner with 2 seconds left off a contested layup. And I think the Wizards are hungry. They know that they should have won that game, and I think they're going to come out strong. And I think they beat the 76ers by 8 points, something like that. Moving on to the bottom right, we have Mavs Gaming taking on Jazz Gaming, which was a matchup that just happened where the Mavs won by 2 points. I think the Mavs are going to pull it out again. I think it's going to be another close game, but I think the Mavs are just a little bit better than the Jazz. Dimes kind of struggled playing them. I think he's going to bounce back and play a little better, and I have them moving on to the quarterfinals too, or to the semifinals, I mean. So now we have the semifinal games. We have Blazer 5 taking on Cavs Legion, and Wizards District Gaming taking on Mavs Gaming. On the left side, I have Blazer 5 as the #1 ranked team on power rankings. Cavs down near 7. So I have Blazer 5 winning this again. I think the Blazers are the best team in the league right now. They're 4-0 in the regular season for a reason. The Cavs, with Hood on the floor, it's a great team. And we actually saw this matchup in the semifinals of the last tournament. Blazer 5 taking on Cavs. And it's a rematch. And I think it's going to be similar results. Close game all the way through, but Blazer 5, they know how to close games. I have them winning in an end close. So on the right side now we have Wizards District taking on Mavs Gaming. And I have the Wizards with another upset over the Mavs. The Wizards offense is great right now. I don't think anyone knows how to stop them. I think this is going to be a very high scoring game. The Mavs are going to put up a lot of points. I don't see the Wizards stopping Day Fry either, but I think the Wizards offense is going to be a little better, and it's going to push them on to the finals. So now we have the finals, Blazer 5 taking on Wizards District Gaming. And personally, I have Blazer 5 running through the tournament. I have them winning it all and winning the tournament. I think the Wizards will put up a good fight, but I think the Blazers, combination of Walnut and shots down low, will do a great job of stopping Shump, aka Blue Painter. And I think it's going to come down to Demon JT versus Mom Dat Man. If JT can score a lot, they might win this game, but he's been inconsistent at times, and Mama's a great defender. So I think Mama will play enough defense, Walnut will play great defense on Boo, and the Blazers are going to be the champions. I could be wrong, but this is my prediction. Blazer 5 winning the tournament. But that's it for my video. If you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'm out.